What if I told you there is one interview question that could unlock the door to your dream job or slam it shut? The strengths and weaknesses question isn't just a box to check in your MBA interview. It's a make or break moment that separates those who blend into the crowd from those who leave a lasting impression. Today, I'm going to walk you through how to turn this question into your secret weapon, so you leave that interview room knowing you nailed it. Let's rewrite the rules and get you that job you're chasing. This question isn't some casual icebreaker. It's the interviewer peering into your brain, testing your self-awareness, your growth, and your fit for their team. In the next few minutes, I'm giving you a playbook to craft an answer that doesn't just check boxes. It makes them remember you. Here's what you're getting. 1. Why do interviewers even ask this question? 2. A simple formula to structure your answer with impact. 3. How to pull stories from your MBA that scream, "Hire me." 4. Tips to deliver it like you've been doing this forever. Let's stop dodging this question and start owning it. Ready? Let's dive in.
Find your unique value, let it free, stand tall, rise up, be who you wanna be. Your story matters, sing it loud and clear. You got that spark, ignite it without fear.
Alright, let's get inside the interviewer's head. When they hit you with, "What are your strengths and weaknesses?" they're not just killing time. They're digging for 3 things that show who you are. First, self-awareness. Do you actually know what you're great at, not just what sounds cool? Can you admit where you're not perfect without squirming? Second, honesty. Are you real about your gaps, or are you tossing out fake stuff like "I'm too perfect"? Third, growth mindset. Do you see challenges as a chance to level up, or do you freeze? This question's a stress test. It's not about rattling off skills. It's about showing how you think, adapt, handle pressure. They want someone who can tackle real-world chaos, not just ace MBA case studies. Here's where most MBA folks mess up, and you've probably seen this. They fall into traps that scream, "I didn't think this through." Like saying, "I'm a perfectionist," or "I work too hard." Come on, that's so overdone it's boring. Or picking strengths that don't match the job, like bragging about coding for a marketing role. Or worse, admitting a weakness that kills their fit, like struggling with teamwork when the job's all about collaboration. And if you mention a weakness but don't show how you're fixing it, you're basically saying you're stuck. The truth is, they don't want a robot. They want someone real, someone who knows themselves, owns their gaps, and has a plan. Now that you know what they're looking for, let's craft a response that hits every mark. This isn't about memorizing lines, it's about telling your story, rooted in your MBA experience. I call this the MBA Advantage Formula. 3 steps to make your answer clear, real, and unforgettable. Ready? Step 1, pick strengths that fit. Your strengths gotta matter to the job, backed by proof. Your MBA's a goldmine with group projects, case studies, internships, all showing skills like leadership, analysis, and teamwork. Focus now. About leadership, ever lead a team through a tough project? Next, analysis. Cracked a tricky case study, built a model? Maybe adaptability. Worked with classmates from totally different backgrounds? Here's an example. One of my core strengths is strategic problem solving, sharpened during my MBA's competitive strategy course. We tackled a case study on repositioning a struggling retail brand. I led my team in analyzing market trends, customer data, and competitor moves to craft a turnaround plan. Our strategy not only won the class competition, but was later adopted by the brand's leadership for a pilot program. See? It's not just "I'm strategic," it's specific, tied to your MBA, shows impact. That sticks. Step 2, own your weaknesses, show growth. Weaknesses trip people up. You gotta pick something real, not a deal breaker, and show you're working on it. No, "I'm bad at teamwork" for a team-heavy role. Focus on something you're improving, frame it as a journey. Example, early in my MBA, I realized I wasn't great at delegating. I take on too much to ensure quality, which slowed our team down. I tackled this head-on by enrolling in a leadership workshop and practicing delegation during our school's consulting club projects. Last semester, I led a 5-person team on a client project, assigning clear roles and trusting my teammates. We delivered ahead of schedule, and I've since become much better at empowering others while maintaining high standards. That's self-awareness, action, progress. You're not just confessing, you're proving you grow. Step 3, use STAR to shine. To make your strengths and weaknesses pop, use the STAR method. Situation, task, action, result. It keeps you sharp, impactful. Pull from MBA moments, group work, internships that match the job. Strength example. During my MBA situation, I was tasked with leading a team to pitch a sustainability initiative to a Fortune 500 company as part of our consulting practice. Task. I organized brainstorming sessions, synthesized our research, and coached my team on presentation skills. Action. Our pitch won the client's approval, securing a $200,000 budget for implementation, and we received personal commendations from their CEO. Result. Here's an example for weakness. In my first MBA semester, situation. I was responsible for presenting our team's findings in a high-stakes case competition. Task. My nerves got the better of me, and my delivery was shaky. I joined our Toastmasters club and practiced weekly, focusing on pacing and clarity. Action. By the end of the year, I placed second in our school's pitch competition, presenting to a panel of industry judges with confidence. Result. Your MBA is a goldmine of star stories. Every late-night project, every internship crunch, it's material. Pick what fits the job, shows you at your best, or growing. Let's see the formula in action with full responses. Strength. One of my key strengths is driving collaboration in high-pressure settings. During my MBA, I led a cross-functional team of 6 to develop a go-to-market strategy for a fintech startup in our entrepreneurship lab. With tight deadlines and diverse perspectives, I set up a system of daily stand-ups and clear deliverables to keep us aligned. My approach helped us navigate conflicts and deliver a pitch that secured $50,000 in seed funding from our program's investors. This experience taught me how to unite people around a shared goal, a skill I'm excited to bring to your team. Weakness. I used to struggle with prioritizing under pressure, especially when juggling multiple MBA projects. I'd get caught up in details and lose sight of the big picture. I addressed this by adopting a prioritization framework from a productivity seminar I attended during my program. I applied it during my summer internship, where I managed 3 client deliverables simultaneously. By focusing on high-impact tasks first, I met all deadlines and earned praise from my manager for efficiency. I'm still refining this skill, but I've made huge strides in staying focused on what matters most. This formula isn't just a template, it's a mindset. It's about owning your story, showing your value, and proving you're ready for the role. You've got the content locked in. Now, let's make sure your delivery leaves the interviewer thinking, this is the one. Your words are only half the equation. How you say them is what seals the deal. Here's how to shine. The 60-second rule. Keep each part of strength and weakness under a minute. This forces you to be concise and impactful, respecting the interviewer's time. Body language. Sit tall, maintain steady eye contact, and use open gestures. A slight smile projects warmth and confidence. Slouching or fidgeting screams nerves. Your tone. Strike a balance between humility and assurance. You're not bragging, but you're stating facts with quiet confidence. Avoid sounding apologetic or overly polished. Check your pacing. Speak at a measured pace, slowing down to emphasize key achievements or lessons. Pause briefly after a strong point to let it land. Now get the catch. You want to sound natural, not like you memorized a script. Over-rehearsing can make you sound like a robot, while under-preparing leaves you rambling. Here's how to find the sweet spot. Record yourself. Use your phone to record your answer. Listen for filler words like like, rushed pacing, or monotone delivery. Mirror practice. Rehearse in front of a mirror to check your posture, gestures, and facial expressions. Are you projecting confidence or looking tense? Mock interviews. Ask a friend, mentor, or MBA classmate to grill you in a practice interview. Their feedback will catch blind spots you didn't notice. OPUI. After each practice, tweak one thing, maybe your pacing, a gesture, or a word choice. Small adjustments add up to a polished performance. Let's visualize this. Imagine you're in the interview room. You sit up straight, shoulders relaxed, and make eye contact with a calm smile. When the question comes, you pause for a beat, then deliver your strength with clarity. Your voice is steady, your examples are crisp, and you wrap up in under 2 minutes. The interviewer nods, scribbling a note. That's the impact you're aiming for. You're not just a candidate, but you're a future leader with a story to tell. Before we wrap up, let's zoom out. Mastering this question isn't just about one interview. It's about building a mindset that sets you apart in your entire career. The strengths and weaknesses question is a microcosm of what makes a great leader. Self-awareness, strategic thinking, and the ability to communicate with impact. Here's how to carry this forward. Reflect regularly. Make a habit of assessing your strengths and weaknesses outside of interviews. Journal about your wins, struggles, and growth areas. This builds the muscle of self-awareness that top leaders rely on. Seek feedback. Ask mentors, peers, or professors for honest input on your performance. Their perspectives will reveal blind spots and opportunities to improve. Embrace growth. Every weakness is a chance to level up. Whether it's taking a course, joining a club, or tackling a new project, act on your gaps with intention. Tell better stories. Your MBA is packed with moments that showcase your potential. Practice framing them as stories. Think about them as a challenge, an action undertaken, and outcome achieved, so you're always ready to make an impact. Your career is a series of experiments. Each interview, project, and conversation is a chance to test, learn, and refine. You now have the tools to turn the strengths and weaknesses question into a showcase of your potential, but knowledge without action is just noise. Let's make this stick with a 5-step action plan to not only nail this question, but also build a foundation for crushing every interview and advancing your career. Here's how to put it into practice. Create your story bank today. Grab a notebook or open a doc and list 5 to 10 MBA experiences. Think about those group projects, internships, case studies, or leadership roles. For each, write a brief STAR method summary: situation, task, action, result. Categorize them by skills like leadership, analysis, or communication. This is your go-to resource for crafting tailored answers for any job. Spend 30 minutes on this tonight and you'll never be caught off guard. Identify your growth areas this week. Reflect on 1 or 2 weaknesses you're actively working on. They should be genuine but not deal breakers for your target roles. Write down specific steps you've taken to improve, example, a course, mentorship, or practice, and measurable progress, example, a successful project or feedback. This ensures your weakness answer always shows a growth mindset. Schedule 15 minutes this week to do this. Practice with purpose daily for 7 days. For the next week, spend 5 to 10 minutes daily practicing your answer. Here's a potential breakdown. Day 1, record yourself on your phone. Day 2, rehearse in front of a mirror, focusing on body language. Days 3 to 5, refine your pacing and tone, aiming for under 60 seconds per part. Days 6 to 7, do a mock interview with a friend or mentor. This builds muscle memory while keeping your delivery natural. Tailor to the job before every interview. For each interview, review the job description and pick 1 strength and 1 weakness that align with the role's needs. Match them to specific stories from your story bank. For example, if the job emphasizes teamwork, highlight a collaboration story. This shows you're not just prepared, but you're strategic. Do this at least 48 hours before the interview. Build an ongoing feedback loop. After every interview, write down what went well and what could improve. Ask for feedback from mock interviewers or, if possible, the actual interviewer post-decision, of course. Use this to refine your approach. Over time, this habit will make you unstoppable, not just for this question, but for every career conversation. This isn't just about one question, it's about owning your narrative. Your MBA has equipped you with skills, stories, and resilience. The strengths and weaknesses question is your chance to prove it. But don't stop there. Apply this mindset to every interview, networking event, or performance review. The leaders who rise fastest aren't the ones with the most talent. They're the ones who prepare, reflect, and act with intention. Here's your challenge. Start step 1 today. Build your story bank before you go to bed. Then, commit to the full plan for the next week. By this time next week, you'll be ready to walk into any interview with the confidence of someone who's already won. Remember, you're not just an MBA fresher. You're a problem solver, a storyteller, a future executive. Go show the world what you're made of. If this video sparked something in you, drop a like and subscribe for more strategies to dominate your career. Got another interview question you want tackled? Tell me in the comments and I'll break it down. Until next time, find your unique value, take action, and own your future.
Find your unique value, let it free stand tall, rise up, be who you wanna be. Your story matters, sing it loud and clear. You got that spark, ignite it without fear.